I'm a gambling man, of course, but if I were offered to play a game by John Kramer Neve, no matter what game, I'd probably refuse. And it's not because I'm afraid. No, it's just that Kramer is a pretty greedy grandfather, and other than the integrity of my organs and rich life experience, he has nothing to offer me. And as we know, if the game isn't worth it, why start it? So, step 1, set a goal. You should always be clear about your goals before you start the game. After all, if you've decided to become the hero of the next masterpiece like Kaiji, it's better to choose a game that has some kind of prize fund. Otherwise, you'll be sorry to lose your point and health for nothing. It's not the point that usually ruins you. It's the 11 aces. Without clear goals, the game may seem meaningless to you. A goal will help you stay motivated and interested purely so that there is no hindsight. Because if you play from the heart. As Uncle Jason used to say, there are two types of people, players and figures, and there are clear goals. You will have a hard time deciding on a strategy, and in the battlefield, you will be a victim, and the victim always doubts the opponent. Although, in fact, it doubts itself and its capabilities, but it does not admit it even to itself. Because of this, many people who start any activity give up before reaching the finish line. But even if it seems to you that the goal is unattainable, don't change the goal, change your plan of action. So the second action plan is a good one. The plan comes mostly from Afghanistan, although if possible study the situation, who or what is playing against you, what his goals are, and how much he fumbles around. Everyone has weaknesses, and the point is to learn about them faster than your opponent. To know where you need to press, where you need to wait it out, and when you need to attack, you also need to understand the factors that affect your area of interest. You may not need to win in order to take what you need in the end. Why go through the extra stress and sweat? Everyone knows that the best fight is the fight that took place between Robbie Lawler and Rory McDonald. And yes, when playing an unfamiliar game, never make the first move. Check the situation. Step 3. You have to realize there are no rules. To lose, of course, it hurts, but even more painful to tear off the hangnails on your finger, and even more painful not to know the taste of victory. Becoming on the path, you must realize that even if in your world there are some rules of the pirate code, it will be naive to hope that the opponent will comply with them. You should always think about all possible options, no matter how crazy they are. Underestimating anything leads to collapse, to the downfall of strategies. What have you been building all this time? If biting and kicking balls is low for you, then be prepared for the first blow to fly right there. The perceived limited options in your opponent can play tricks on you. Your expectations, your problems. Deception and trickery are behind the big wins, and once you accept the fact that many of the winners you admire are far from being the fairest people, a new world will open up to you. A world where there is winning and there is losing and nothing else, bad or good. These are only people's value judgments. You only have to learn the rules to understand which ones to circumvent. 4. Be unpredictable. Game theory experts have actually proven that there is no one-size-fits-all strategy in a situation where you are dealing with a not-so-sophisticated opponent. It's like playing against a type in mutual combat who is pushing everything, his unpredictability, his strength, and if the game goes to the first defeat, then it's over. If you are already experienced and strong, you will benefit from minimizing the randomness. But if on the contrary you know that your opponent is stronger than you by an order of magnitude, then random is the only thing that can save you. The great power of random is like a script in our world, which at least sometimes helps losers to beat masters. Even if on paper you have no chance, in reality, there is always a handicap. Step 5. Hiding your emotions. Hiding your emotions. This is a powerful tool that allows you to remain elusive and unpredictable. Competitors will never know what is going on in your soul, nor will they be able to take advantage of your weaknesses. A man who hides his emotions remains steadfast, thus showing his enemies how strong his dragon is, not pearls. And even if his deck is full of trumps, there is no need to show his insecurity. His seemingly strong hand may play against himself. By hiding your emotions, you keep your inner balance. This gives you the opportunity to make a well-considered decision based on analysis and logic. They are on instant emotions, so be as cold as ice to make everyone near you shiver and drizzle. Step 6. Developing competition doesn't sleep, it's practicing every day. People come up with new tactics, tricks, and schemes. In order not to be the next one, you need to constantly improve your ability to analyze and make decisions. The better you are developed in this aspect, the more likely you are to win in difficult situations. Improved communication skills can also help you effectively divorce opponents, and with pumped psychology in general, you can manipulate other people, which is like a very even strong perk. Step 7. Faith. Would you bet everything you have on yourself? If the answer is no, then all of the above rules won't help you. Some are willing to go all the way for their desires, others prefer to stay in their comfort zone. Both options have their price, and neither is better or worse. Not all people are players, not everyone is given to taking risks, sometimes bitterness. Defeat can be so intense that a person simply breaks down. However, it is not for nothing they say, the higher the risk, the sweeter the fruit indeed. Heroic souls always go on feats that seem impossible for others, for it is in the abysses of the unknown that power lies. Of course, every step into the unknown is accompanied by risk, but it is the risk that determines our potential. History knows many examples of those who bravely stepped into uncharted spaces and turned their dreams into reality. Epical journeys, the discovery of new continents, scientific achievements, breakthroughs in the arts, and the constant pursuit of new horizons, just to experience true freedom and fulfillment. Perhaps it is in the tension of exploits that we will find our true selves and realize what we are truly capable of. Even if the fruits of our labor turn sour, we can still be proud of ourselves because we took a risk and tried. Thank you all, and see you all again.